Now loyalty, I want you all to blow this video up. Get this video up to 200 likes. That's all I'm asking for. Help us out in terms of the YouTube algorithm and help my channel grow. Let's get to 20,000 by the end of this month. We only have a couple of days left. So if you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button as well. Now, I did some math. I did some calculations for the 6-inning program. So you know what I'm saying? Smart blade inside the building. If we go into the program, you will see that you can do the collections for 50,000 experience. You can do the conquest map for 25,000 experience, and you can do these missions as well as the daily missions for an extra total of 111,500, something along those lines, right? All I know is once you add the 35,000 experience gap through gameplay, that leaves you at 149,500 experience out of the 350,000 left in order to get that boss. Now, if you go ahead and subtract that and then divide that by 35,000, which is what you would be needing in order to max out each and every single day's XP gameplay requirement, you'll go ahead and unlock these bosses in approximately 6 days minimum. Now, if they add some more collections, some more conquest map, missions, showdown, and you're doing your daily missions, then that could go ahead and speed up the process and allow you to complete it in under 5 days. But as of right now, 5 to 6 days is most likely going to be the minimum in order to complete the 6-inning program in terms of getting the boss. I'm not even talking about the 650,000 experience in order to get the live series player. But let's go ahead and go down the line in terms of the program. We're getting a bunch of diamond items, which is beautiful because that means that the game is finally realizing that, hey, we don't deserve to be getting these 92s, 91s, or getting gold packs. We deserve to be getting diamond packs non-stop. We start with the Henchmen of the 6-inning program. The first thing I'm gonna say about these henchmen is you want to pick whoever you need for Mookie Betts in terms of the collection. It wouldn't be a bad idea to buy all 3 or invest in all 3 because of the new changes to the XP reward system. It's gonna make these cards a lot more difficult to obtain. Therefore, whenever they leave the market, because the 6-inning program will be gone, there it will allow you to go ahead and resell those cards at a higher price, since there won't be a flooded amount inside the market and people competing non-stop against each other. We start off with Joaquim Soria. Now, he has a fastball, slider, curveball, splitter, changeup, pretty good arsenal, pretty good speed differentials in terms of pitches. He has 105 hit per 9, 99 K per 9. I think in general this card is not going to be a bad card to use at all, regardless of the difficulty, just because of the differences in pitch speeds that he has. Although that fastball is not going to be overpowering, he is a closer, so you're only looking to put him in for 1 inning. So after you put in a Aroldis Chapman, let's say for example, or anyone with outlier, you come in and you bring in Joaquim Soria, and that's going to definitely mess up your opponent's timing. And then we talk about Dexter Fowler, who has good contact against lefties, but that's the only thing he has good. Everything else is below average at this point in the game. The fielding is below average at a 69. The only thing you're really loving from him is going to be that speed, steal, and base running aggressiveness that you see. So if you need a pinch runner, he definitely is a good option, but in my opinion, he's not the one that's worth picking if you absolutely need to pick one, unless you need him for the Mookie Betts collection. And then we have Gio Gonzalez, 95, 94, 12-6, and a changeup. I don't like his pitch repertoire because both of the off-speed pitches are both vertical off-speed pitches. The fastball and sinker is a nice little combination, but he throws them similar speeds, and with the nerf to sinkers, it's going to be a lot more easier for players to pick up on the sinker, especially if you're throwing them high. So that's a little unfortunate on his behalf. So if we're talking about which one of these 3 are the best ones to pick up, or which one of these 3 is the best one to pick up, is going to be Joaquim Soria. Now, if we continue, we go to the 6-inning classic pack, and once again, Finest is a program that's going to be coming to MLB The Show later on. So there might be a Finest reward collection. Therefore, that Daniel Vogelbach that I was telling everyone about in terms of picking him up and collecting, he's going to be crucial in terms of getting a cheap one out there and someone that you could have invested in order to make a big amount of stubs. These 2 right here, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to be crucial in terms of investing in and making a big amount of stubs. They usually have a postseason program as well, so this Patrick Corbin might be crucial as well to invest in. Like, all 3 of these players are going to be good cards to invest in. When we talk about Lorenzo Cain, He's really a great hitter against left-handers, as we can see here. 125 contact versus left, 84 power versus left. Then versus right-handers, he's all right. The 95 fielding is great, but he lacks everything else when we're not talking about fielding and reaction in terms of center field. And then looking at his speed, it's an 84. Clearly, this guy is not someone that's cracking your starting lineup, nor is he cracking your starting outfield. If anything, he would be a good platoon hitter to use if he is a card that overpowers any of the platoon hitters you currently have on the bench. Now, Patrick Corbin, he's usually a good pitcher because of the simple fact that his curveball is so good in terms of switching the pitch speeds. My accent is kicking in non-stop today. He has that slider curveball, but then it ruins it for him as he has 2 fastballs at around the same speeds. He's basically a 3-pitch pony. He's not going to be a great card, and he's not going to be someone that's starting in your starting rotation. And then last but not least, we have Aaron Nola, fastball, curveball, changeup, sinker, basically another 3-pitch pony, as he only has a fastball, and then both off-speed pitches are vertical off-speed pitches, so that goes ahead and just destroys him as well. And the fastball and sinker are similar pitch speeds. So if you had to go ahead and pick anyone from this pack, you would go with Lorenzo Cain. Currently, there isn't a finest collection, so if you need postseason for Mookie Betts, then clearly get Patrick Corbin, but all 3 would not be bad investments. I'm telling you that right now. And then when we're talking about the 6th inning bosses, we're looking at some great cards right here. Matt Kemp, the contact is great, the power is great, the vision lacks at a 69. I'm not going to lie to you all. And then the fielding at an 86. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera one more time. The reaction at a 76, that hurts him tremendously because that means that he's going to be getting bad jumps. And if you play him at secondary positions, he's going to be even getting worse jumps. Now, if you parallel him up to parallel 4, he does unlock diamond fielding and he does unlock gold reaction, which of course helps him out a little bit. The speed is also amazing, but I expected the speed to be a lot higher considering he did get 40 stolen bases, but that's perfectly fine. Now we talk about Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez on the other side of things, I'm very disappointed in terms of the hit per 9 because there are a ton of cards like Henchmen Marquez that you will see in the game that have a higher hit per 9 than Pedro Martinez. I personally believe that his hit per 9 should have been maxed out and his K per 9 should have been maxed out. I would have loved to have seen Pedro have a cutter as well, but instead we have to deal with what we got. So we got a fastball which comes in at 98. Does he have outlier on that fastball? No, he does not have outlier on that fastball. So it's going to be a fast fastball, but it's not going to be anything too overpowering in terms of the outlier effect. And then he has a circle change coming in at 78 miles per hour, which is great in terms of speed differentials, especially with a slider at 88. And then 4 miles per hour pitch differential speeds in terms of the fastball and sinker is going to help him out tremendously. I love pitchers that have a differential between the fastball and sinker. And then the curveball at a 73. He has a great arsenal. His attributes are also good, but I expected them to be better. Right now, he is looking like the best option if you were to go ahead and pick anyone up. And then last but not least, we have third baseman George Brett that has secondary position of first base. He has maxed out contact versus right-handers, 108 contact versus left, 97 power versus right-hander, and then 83 power versus left. The vision is tremendous. And then in terms of fielding, this is where I want you all to pay attention to. 84 fielding means he starts off with gold fielding. 76 reaction means he starts off with silver reaction. Once you parallel him up to parallel 4, he's going to have gold reaction. 69 speed is cool and whatnot. But if you have Chipper Jones, I'm telling you this right now, George Brett is not going to go ahead and take Chipper Jones down. It's just impossible for him to do so. Although his fielding might be a little bit better, once you parallel Chipper up to parallel 5 or you superfractor him, or I believe it's even parallel 4, he does get gold fielding and I believe gold reaction as well. So Chipper is going to be on the same playing field in terms of fielding and reaction. The only difference between George Brett and Chipper is that Chipper takes advantages in terms of being a switch hitter and having better hitting attributes in general as well. So the best option out of the 6-inning program is going to be Pedro Martinez. After that, it's going to be Matt Kemp. And then last but not least, George Brett. George Brett is going to be the one similar to Joe Morgan that is going to be the best investment because he is going to be the one to jump in price the most. And then last but not least, you do get the All-Star Game pack. So expect the prices of these cards to take a little bit of a hit. And the same thing is going to go with these Home Run Derby cards, as you do also get the Home Run Derby cards. And then last but not least, the 90+ Live Series player, which is not a choice pack where you go ahead and pick a player. Well, actually, Now they did make it a choice pack. So excuse me, it is no longer a, hey, you go ahead and receive one of these 90 plus live series players we have available. It's going to be, hey, you have 4 of these, let's say 10, 8, 9 players available, go ahead and select one. So that's a big important change. That's a big W change in my opinion. If you did end up enjoying today's content, make sure you check out the description box. We have how to become a member, the Discord link, all of my socials, including my Twitch, where I stream every single day. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. Hit that like button or subscribe button, turn on the channel notifications, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.